Ever dreamed of becoming a pilot? Whether it's flying for a major airline, private jets, or cargo, the journey is exciting and rewarding. But where do you start? In this video, we'll break it down into 16 clear steps. From choosing a flight school, to earning your licenses, to achieving the rank of captain for the airlines. If you're serious about an aviation career, Epic Flight Academy can help you achieve your goals. Ready for takeoff? Let's get started. The first step is to research pilot lifestyle. If you think you are interested in becoming a pilot, see if the salary and work schedules match your personal goals. Look into different career paths in cargo, corporate, charter, regional, or major airlines, and consider job opportunities based on location. If this excites you, you are ready to take the next step. The second step is to ensure you meet the requirements to begin flight training. Here are the basics. You must be 16 years old to solo, 17 years old to earn a private pilot license, and 23 years old for an airline transport pilot certificate. A high school diploma or an equivalent is required, while a college degree can boost opportunities at major airlines. English proficiency is essential, as aviation relies on it globally. You'll also need an FAA medical exam, a third class for training, second class for commercial pilots, and a first class for airline captains. International pilots need a valid passport and an M1 visa for US training. Also, confirm your legal work status for your chosen country. When you meet these requirements, you're ready for step 3. Choosing the right flight school is crucial, so research your options carefully. FAA Part 61 schools offer flexible, self-paced training, while Part 141 schools follow an FAA-approved structured program with lower flight hour requirements. If you want a degree, consider a college aviation program. Some airlines offer cadet programs for a direct path to employment, and the military provides pilot training with a multi-year service commitment. Once you choose your pathway, check reviews, safety records, and reputation of the schools you are interested in attending. Visiting flight school campuses, taking a discovery flight, and connecting with a recruiter to gather key insights is the best way to see if the schools you are visiting check your boxes. A well-informed decision sets the foundation for your aviation career. Before you are able to fly solo, you'll need to complete the fourth step, getting your student pilot certificate. Apply through IACRA, the FAA's online system, and have a CFI, FAA representative, or FSDO review and approve it. The FAA processes your certificate in 14 to 21 days, and once received, your instructor must sign off before you can solo. This milestone marks your first real step towards becoming a pilot. At step 5, the real excitement begins. It's time to start flight training and work towards your private pilot license. You'll enroll in ground school, where you'll learn aviation theory, aerodynamics, weather, flight instruments, and regulations. This typically takes about 8 weeks. While studying, you'll also begin flight training with a CFI to build the required flight hours. Part 61 students need at least 40 hours, while Part 141 students need 35. Although, most pilots log between 50 and 60 hours before earning their license. During training, you'll master maneuvers, navigation, emergencies, and radio communication before reaching a major milestone, your first solo flight. With your instructor's approval, you'll fly alone for the first time. Next, you'll pass the FAA Private Pilot Knowledge Test to prove your aviation knowledge, followed by the Private Pilot Practical Exam, with a designated pilot examiner, to demonstrate real-world flying skills. Once you pass, congratulations, you're a private pilot! You can now fly solo in a single-engine aircraft. Once you've earned your private pilot certificate, you'll jump into step 6, earning your instrument rating, which is essential for flying in low visibility. You'll train under instrument flight rules, learning to navigate solely by instruments. This rating requires 50 hours of cross-country flight and is mandatory for all commercial pilots to avoid being grounded in poor weather. The process typically takes about 8 weeks. Now it's time to turn your passion into a career with Step 7, earning your commercial single-engine license. This allows you to get paid as a pilot. You'll need 250 hours under Part 61, or 190 hours at a Part 141 school, while mastering advanced maneuvers, complex aircraft operations, and precision flying. Before certification, you must pass the Commercial Pilot Airplane Written Exam and a check ride with a designated pilot examiner. With your commercial pilot license, you can fly for hire, but airline jobs require more experience and higher certifications. Now that you're a commercial pilot, Step 8 is earning your multi-engine rating, a must for airline careers. This certification allows you to fly aircraft with 2 or more engines, mastering advanced systems, asymmetric thrust, and engine out procedures. Part 61 requires 250 total hours, while Part 141 requires 190 hours. No written exam is needed unless you bypass the commercial single-engine license. All pilots must complete a check ride covering multi-engine aerodynamics and VMC demonstrations. International pilots may convert FAA credentials to meet local aviation authority requirements, with some eligible to fly passenger aircraft at 250 hours. You're halfway through our list. Your journey to becoming a pilot doesn't stop here, and neither do we. Hit that subscribe button for the latest aviation tips and insights from Epic Flight Academy. Let's keep going. Step 9 is becoming a certified flight instructor. While it isn't required, it's one of the best ways to gain experience and advance your aviation career while building the 1,500 flight hours needed for U.S. airline jobs.
One of the best ways for a pilot to build time to apply for the airlines is flight instructing. And that's because if you're with an active flight school like Epic, there's going to be a lot of flight instruction to be had and you will build time rapidly. Some of the other ways are aerial surveillance, aerial photography, and banner towing, flying along as a second pilot in some single pilot operations.
Instructors can expand their qualifications with a certified flight instructor instrument rating to teach instrument flying, or a multi-engine instructor to train in multi-engine aircraft, accelerating career progression. This path offers valuable experience, making it one of the best routes to an airline career.
Being a CFI can benefit a pilot who's interested in an airline career in many different ways. 2 primary ways are, number 1, it really causes you to get to know a lot of different people, and you work with a lot of different personalities, and that's going to be helpful. And the second way is that as a flight instructor, you learn as much as you teach. You're going to dig deeply into the whys behind the whats, and that will really help you with an airline career.
Step 10 brings us to time building. To qualify for your airline transport pilot certificate, you must log 1,500 flight hours in the US and Canada. Flight training is the most common way to build hours, but options like banner towing, aerial photography, survey flying, and Part 135 charter flights can help. Requirements include 500 cross-country hours, 100 night hours, and 50 multi-engine hours. Time building typically takes about 12 months, depending on the pilot's path. Earning your airline transport pilot certificate is step 11 to flying for the airlines. You must be at least 23 years old or 21 for a restricted ATP under certain programs. First, complete the ATP certification training program, which includes classroom and simulator training. Then, pass the FAA ATP written exam and a check ride to prove your skills. Once certified, you're airline ready. With your airline transport pilot certificate, you are on to step 12, applying to airlines. Most pilots start at a regional airline to gain experience before advancing to major carriers. The hiring process includes applications, technical and HR interviews, and a simulator evaluation to test your skills. Once hired, you'll complete airline training and type rating certification for aircraft like the CRJ or ERJ. Securing your first airline job is a major milestone. Your career as a professional pilot is officially taking off. After being hired by a regional airline, you'll hit step 13 and begin training to become a first officer. This starts with initial operating experience, where you'll learn standard operating procedures, aircraft systems, and company protocols while flying under a training captain's supervision. Once you pass your final evaluation, you'll officially be a first officer, flying passengers and gaining experience towards becoming a captain. Training typically takes 6 to 12 weeks. Fast forwarding to 1,000+ hours of airline experience, you'll reach step 14 and be eligible for a captain upgrade. typically within 1.5 to 5 years and averaging around 3 years. Promotion depends on seniority, airline growth, and industry demand. To earn your captain's stripes, you must pass a captain's check ride and possibly obtain a type rating for a larger aircraft. This training prepares you to take full command, make critical decisions, and lead a flight crew. Once you pass, congratulations, Captain! When you get to step 15, it's time to apply to major carriers like American, Delta, and United. After gaining experience at a regional airline, most pilots qualify with 3,000 plus flight hours, although 4,000 plus is more competitive, including 1,000 to 1,500 PIC hours in Part 121 operations. Once eligible, you'll navigate a rigorous hiring process with interviews and simulator evaluations. After being hired, you'll complete airline training and transition to flying larger jets, marking a major career milestone. Pilots typically move from regionals to majors in 3 to 7 years. Step 16 is the pinnacle of advancement in your career to different, larger aircraft or leadership roles. You can transition to wide-body aircraft like the Boeing 787 or Airbus A350 for international long-haul flights, or pursue positions such as chief pilot, check airman, or airline executive. Whether flying larger jets, training future pilots, or stepping into management, your career is in your hands. Most pilots reach this stage after 5 to 15 years. The sky is truly the limit. And there you have it, the 16 steps to becoming a pilot. Whether you're just starting or already on your way, each step brings you closer to an exciting aviation career. With dedication and the right training, you can go from zero experience to the cockpit of a commercial jet. If you're serious about making aviation your future, Epic Flight Academy is here to help. Ready to take the next step? Visit our website, connect with our team, and start your journey today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you found this helpful. See you in the skies!